What's up guys, Rampage here again bringing you today's question of the day. So for today's question I'm going to be asking you guys, what is your favorite psychic type Pokemon? Now for me there's a whole bunch of psychic type Pokemon that I like. I can name a few right now such as Mew, Uxie, Espeon, Gallade, what else is there that I like? I like Executor, Xatu. I think there's just a whole bunch of psychic types that I like, but none of those that I just named are my favorite psychic type. My favorite psychic type has to be well, he's not original, I can't say that, but he is the most badass psychic type ever. And if you don't agree with me, then, you might need to go see a doctor or something, because my favorite psychic type Pokemon is Mewtwo, the original badass himself, even though he's not original. And yeah, he's just the best psychic type in my opinion, so leave your answers in the comments below. And let's get started with the battle. What's up guys, Rampage here again, bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. And yes, this is a little bit sped up more than usual, just because this is a really long ass battle, but it was a really good battle that I found. I didn't find it. My opponent challenged me on Skype. His name is charizardtakesflight. We did have a battle once in the past, so if you want to check that out, you can. I might include that in the description. Anyway, here's a UU battle. Like I said before, a long ass game, but it's a real good game. This is probably the longest game I've ever had. That's why I had to super speed this up. At least I think this is the longest game. I don't know, I don't remember. But anyway, let's just get started with this battle. I didn't really look at the teams just because I didn't think I was going to make it through. So anyway, I'm going to lead off with my Mew. My opponent's going to lead off with a Flygon. He's going to go for the U-turn first turn. And that did over half. So I'm thinking that Flygon is Choice Banded, because Choice Scarf Flygon U-turns usually don't do that much to my Mew. So that's why I'm assuming that Flygon is banded. Anyway, I knew the U-turn was coming, so I'm just going to go for the Thunder Wave. But unfortunately, he's going to go out into an Umbreon, so the Synchronize is going to happen. The Umbreon is paralyzed, but so is my Mew, which sucks because I do get Parahacks, as I was going to try and go for the Heal Bell. But anyway, now I'm going to switch out because he brought out his Flygon again. I'm going to go out in the Pert. He's going to U-turn out into that, into a Chandelure. Then I'm going to go out into my P2, thinking that what's that move called? I'm thinking that a Shadow Ball might come, which it does, so P2 isn't affected by that. Next, he's going to go out into his Umbreon, and then I'm going to hit him with a Discharge, and then a Tri-Attack right afterwards. So, god damn, I was barely able to make it through that part. But anyway, now I'm going to go out into my Bronzong. I don't believe I have my rocks up yet, so I just want to set those up. And I am going to set up my rocks. He is going to go for the Wish, and then the Heal Bell, which is whatever, because, I can't really do anything to this Umbreon anyway. And I'd rather have this thing, have this thing toxic than paralyzed, even though I saw the Heal Bell. Having it toxic is good because it could force him to go for the Heal Bell again. He only has 8 of them, so, getting those statuses on him can really help. Anyway, he's going to go out into a Chandelure as I go for the toxic, which, is whatever. And then he's going to go out into his Machamp, a double switch, as I'm going to switch out into my Pert, which is, like I said, whatever. I really don't know how I'm going to get through this narration just because it's going super fast and it's going to be a long-ass battle, but it should be pretty fun. Anyway, he's going to hit me with a Dynamic Punch. I'm just going to go for the Scald. I think hoping to get a burn or something. The Scald doesn't really do too much though, and I don't get the burn, which is unfortunate. Next, he's going to go for a Sub. And I believe I'm just going to go for the Scald again. And this Scald will not be able to break the Sub. So, I think I have to hope to roar him out and not hit myself in confusion. So that's what I'm planning to do right here, but I do hit myself unfortunately. But since I do have a lot of defense, it doesn't do that much. But it is unfortunate that I hit myself. Now he's going to go for the Dynamic Punch again. Having this thing behind the Sub and that +1 because of bulk up is not good. So I had to roar that thing out immediately into his Mew, which I see the left. Wait, did I see lefties? I'm not sure. I think I saw lefties, so I'm assuming that Mew is defensive. But anyway, he's going to go out into his Umbreon. I'm going to go out into my Bronzong. Now he reveals that he has Yawn. So I'm going to go for the Toxic. And then the Synchronized can't affect me because Steel types can't get poisoned. But I will have to switch out because I don't want my Bronzong to get put to sleep. So I'm going to go out into my Flygon just because I knock a U-turn on this thing as he goes for the Heal Bell. So I'm not I think that's 2 Heal Bells I forced him to use, but that's whatever. And now I see Protect, so I think I know this thing's full moveset, which is Heal Bell, Wish, Protect, and Yawn, meaning that this thing can't hurt my Mew at all. So I can bring out my Mew again and just, Heal Bell and roost up on that thing all day. Unfortunately, as I U-turn on the Nidoqueen, I am going to get poisoned from this thing's poison point, which isn't that bad because now I know that this thing is in sheer force, meaning that this thing is going to definitely want to set up some type of hazards. I'm just going to go out into my Heracross because I believe my Heracross can just prevent this thing from setting up too many layers of toxic spikes if I keep going for the Earthquake. Now I'm going to switch out into my P2 thinking that he's going to switch out, and he does switch out. He goes out into his Flygon. I knew he would go out into his Flygon just because Flygon is immune to the Earthquake, and now he's just going to U-turn. He's going to go back out into his Nidoqueen as I'm going to go for the Recover. And that was probably a bad play on my part. I should have just went for the Tri-Attack because I already had my special attack raised. And had I gone for the Tri-Attack, I could have just dealt with that Nidoqueen right then and there, which would have prevented further problems. But anyway, he's going to go out into his Umbreon, and I'm going to go out into my Mew now because this is the perfect chance for me to heal up my Mew, as he's just going to go for the Wish. And this is why this battle was so goddamn long. It's just because it took me too long to realize that his Umbreon was just Wish passing to the rest of his goddamn team. I'm like, he Wish passes to this Nidoqueen. I think he does it to his Mew as well. No, or maybe his Mew has its own form of recovery. I don't remember that. He Wish passes to the Machamp, and it just was annoying as hell. But, you know, that's his playstyle, so I can't really knock that. But anyway, he's going to go out into his Flygon after going out into his Mew and Nidoqueen. But I'm going to go out into my own Flygon. We both made a double switch. And right here, I'm just going to go for the Outrage, just because I didn't think he would switch out. I thought he would predict my U-turn and stay in. So I'm able to hit him with an Outrage. And then he's going to bring out his Chandelure. Now right here, he thought that I was Adamant Scarf. And he believed that a Timid Scarf Chandelure outsped a Flygon. But it actually doesn't. It really didn't matter. I was Jolly Scarf, but that didn't matter at all. Anyway, I'm going to go out into my Mew as he goes out into his Nidoqueen. I was only locked into 2 turns for Outrage, so I can just switch out and I can take the Ice Beam with my Mew easily. So now I know that his Nidoqueen does have Ice Beam. I'm just going to go for the Roost now just to get all my HP back. I know this Umbreon can't hurt me at all. And he's just going to go for the Wish now. And I believe I'm actually going to switch out because I want something better to be able to take on this Umbreon. But in fact, he's actually going to go for the Yawn, which sucks. He goes for the Yawn as I switch out, and I can't U-turn because he does have Protect. So I'm just going to make a hard switch out into my Heracross because Heracross can definitely take on this Umbreon. And right here, I'm going to go for Earthquake, thinking that he's going to Wish Pass into his Nidoqueen, or I don't really know if it's Wish Passing because it's not Baton Pass, but it's still Wish Passing to me. And I thought he was going to go out into his Nidoqueen, so that's why I went for the Earthquake, but he actually went out into Machamp, which was really unfortunate. So now this Machamp is at a good amount of HP again. I'm just going to go out in the Mew, go for the Psychic just to try and take this thing out. He's going to go for the Stone Edge. Unfortunately for him, it doesn't take me out. And I'm going to hit him with another Psychic, and no, I'm not, because he's going to switch out into his Umbreon, which I was fine by as well, just because I knew that if he switched out into Umbreon, I could just take the extra turn to heal up my Mew. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for the Roost just to get at a good amount of HP again. His Machamp isn't looking at a good amount of HP right now. It's at, I think, high red, I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm going to go out into my Heracross because Heracross can deal with this Umbreon like I said before. But he's actually going to go out into his Mew. And he's going to Wish Pass out into his Mew, which is annoying as shit as well. But I'm going to go out into my Bronzong this time, and I believe... Okay, so no, his Mew has Fire Blast, and I didn't see the lefties like I thought I did earlier. So this Mew is actually very offensive. See, I don't even remember what I'm saying. I don't even know. But anyway, I'm just going to go for the Toxic. I don't know why. I probably should have went for Gyro Ball just to get some damage on this thing, even though I don't think it really mattered anyway. And he's going to hit me with a Fire Blast and then the Side Shock predicting my switch. I'm just going to father out my Pert now just because it's at too low. It's outsped by everything on his team, and it's really not needed anymore. I can Toxic Stall him a bit and Life Orb stall him as well, and also get a good switch out into my Flygon, which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for the U-turn now because I thought that he might switch out into his Umbreon because he doesn't want that Toxic on his Mew. And so I'm just going to go out into my Heracross, and right here, I'm not making any risk. I just want to take out this Umbreon. I'm going to go for the close combat right here, and he went for Protect, which is very beneficial because since we've been playing very carefully this game, he thought I would probably switch out, so that's why he decided to leave his Umbreon in. I'm just going to hit that thing with a close combat, and that is the end of my troubles right there. So now I'm going to father out Bronzong. I don't really need it anymore. He's going to go for the Signal Beam, and that's fine because I'm you know, I just needed a death fodder, and I could just bring out my Flygon now. I can go for the outrage. That's pretty much going to kill the rest of his team off, seeing as though he only has a Nidoqueen. Nope, I'm going to go for Earthquake. I lied, because everything is hit by Earthquake. And see, I just had this battle so long ago. Well, it wasn't that long ago. It was only like 5 days ago, maybe. And then I don't know. I'm so out of it. This battle is just long as hell. But I am going to be able to clean up with Flygon and just hit the rest of his team with Earthquake. Surprisingly, his Nidoqueen was able to take one of them, so if he had fathered out his Mew or his Machamp earlier, then he would have actually been in a real good position to take out my Flygon, but that's not the case. I'm going to be able to clean up the rest of his guys with Flygon and Earthquake, and that's going to be the game. So that was a really long-ass battle. It was a good battle. You know, it required a lot of thought in it, and, you know, just how to break his stall, but I was able to break his stall eventually, and I rose as the victor. So I don't even have much to say for this ending thing. So yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed, and if you did, please push that like button. Also leave a comment. I do enjoy your comments, and I will see you guys in the near future. Hope you all have a wonderful day. This is Rampage here, signing out. Goodbye.